Hello guys, welcome to Ashley Lifestyle Show. This video is going to be about my 10 ports that want in my Nintendo Switch. Actually, I have mixed feelings about Nintendo Switch. I might get bashed around by other people. I diss the Switch, and but you know, it is a very good console to have. To me, this is the best Game Boy I ever have. I don't really consider this as an actual console. I consider this as a freaking tablet because it is a tablet and it's a freaking Game Boy. Because it's portable. I have the original fat Game Boy, and yeah. But I grew up in the Super Nintendo age, and my uncle was the one with Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. Then the Sega Genesis and Sega Genesis Master Drive, Saturn, and you know, I just took his consoles when he got a new console. So that's how's it been with it. The 10 ports I really want in this game that I really want so bad is Dragon Age Origin. If you guys have never played it, it's one of the best RPG games, and you get old school hands on to it as well. Same thing with Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, because BioWare has created those actual RPG games, the original ones, until EA bought them out, and now most of their RPG games are a piece of shit with microtransactions. And I really hate that. I like the old school BioWare, how they do things, storytelling, with how first person player should be actually be. No one really cared too much about the multiplayer with BioWare release out, because no one would play multiplayer for Mass Effect. If you guys do, kudos to you. But I like the first person the first person player's experience for it, until Mass Effect Andromeda come out, and I'm like, this is a piece of crap. And they brought it out with a piece of crap, and you get microtransactions, stuff like that. And I'm like, screw this. And I played the whole game. It was, I thought it would be the best thing. So I got the day one for that thing, and I got the collector's edition for it. I'm like, this sucks. Well, hopefully, BioWare will bounce back, or someone buys BioWare from EA. I think EA is going to liquidate BioWare, and probably won't see BioWare anymore. It's going to be a very sad thing, but hopefully, yes. Screw you, EA. But yes, I like to see Dragon Age Origin redone, remastered, because I've been live streaming it on my Windows 10 computer, and this game when Origin came out when Windows XP was still around, and they have it on I believe the PS3 later on. Yeah, they had it on PS3. I have it on the PS3. But the main problem is that, you know, the operating system for XP software and Windows 10 is totally different. There is no patch out for that right now. I might end up building a Windows XP computer. Yes, I gotta probably eBay all the parts and an operating system for it. But I do have it on the PS3. I played it, did not like it. I bet if you upgrade it, HD edition, make it more controller friendly, I bet it would be a huge hit on the Switch. That is my take on it. But yes, Dragon Age Origin. If you guys have never played it, go pick it up. I was if you have a Windows 10 computer, get it for the PS3 or the Xbox 360, or you get that probably in the Game Pass on the Xbox 360. It is a very good game to pick up as well. If you guys like very, very good storytelling, love Dungeons and Dragons, and so forth. I think number 9 on the list will be putting Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 onto the Switch. I think it is powerful enough to actually run those two games. They know released on the PS3 and the PS4 of it. 2.8 came on the PS4. I think they can put different cartridges for Windows for the Switch for those games, even though that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 4. And I remember back then when Square Enix was actually called Squaresoft. You guys are still young. Yes, it was back then. It was called Squaresoft. Today, someone bought and they merged. They had actual good games. All the Final Fantasy games were on the Nintendos, and I don't think Disney will have a problem as long as their profit shares goes up. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 I will never happen on the Switch. Will be one's the great thing. Third one I'd like to port is the. I really want them to port all the Game Boy games on, but I think we'll see that in the eShop later on. But I believe shit. This is very hard when you think about it. When you have top 10 you want for your Switch, and like, because a lot of games has been coming true, like Dark Souls coming to the Switch. I'm like, yes. I was like, damn, I cannot really talk about it as much as we contemplate on this a little bit. Four will be Xenosaga 1, 2, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Because Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 and X was on. Actually, 1 was on the Wii, and X was on the Wii U. The 2 was on the Switch. So 2 is already imported in. Actually made it for it, but I want like those two, those Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade Chronicle X onto the Switch port. It'd be a very good experience for the RPG, especially if you never played. I jumped to 2, and I just found out that, and also I found out that I thought Xenoblade X was the actual number 1 until I found out that's on the Wii. So I bought that. Plus, my Wii U has a little problem with the battery issue. I replace it. I would like them to port those over, a little bit graphic texture, put it on the Switch. I think it'll do very good for it for RPG fans. It's a very long game. I heard that X is even ridiculously long. I do not mind streaming it and playing it like I did with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I just found out that they're actually correlated with the game on the PS2 called Xenoblade Saga, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I have those games for the PS2. I saw my friends play it. I have the game, but I never played it. Until I saw one of the characters as a blade in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I was very shocked and overwhelmed. I looked it up. It's like they correlate in different parallel universes. And I believe that Xenoblade Saga 1, 2, and Volume 1, 2, and 3 will be a very great addition to Nintendo. Be a port that hopefully one day will happen. But yeah, it is one of those things like a lot of companies slowly remaking a lot of their older games into higher res and HD edition. I'm very happy for it. One thing that we like them to remake is a freaking Dragon Legend of Dragoon. Yeah, Legend of Dragoon for the PS1. Really want to remake it. Port that over too for my number 5. Legend of Dragoon is probably one of the best RPG game for the PS1 era. It correlates with Legend of Dragoon and Final Fantasy VII. It's up there. Final Fantasy fan will hate me. Legend of Dragoon fan, say that freaking 10 times fast, will hate me as well. But one of those games will be actually very good to be port onto. I play majority JRPG and RPG games, as you know it. I do not like any sports. I don't like watching it. I know all the sports. I played all the sports. I was a jock and a nerd at the same time. But yes, one of the great games you can play. It's, I will try and re-get it for the PlayStation 1 and try to get a converter for it, but I will have a field day trying to do so for it. But number 6 will be basically try to get all the Final Fantasy games onto the port to the Switch. I think it'll do a lot better. For example, there are so many Final Fantasy VII games all around, from Steam. You can buy it on the PlayStation Store. I don't think you can get that on the Xbox. I think the PlayStation Store you can get it, but they'll sell millions and millions and millions of copies of it. I think the one on the Switch will do great on it, especially the remake. Hopefully, the remake will be able to play on the Switch. I don't know if it's going to be the Switch can handle it. They may have to lower the graphics for it, but that would be a probably good game to see, especially on the go and play the Switch. I lost count. I'm just gonna do 4 or 5 more, and that'll be it. Next one will be Fallout 4. On the reason why is that when I got the Skyrim for the Switch, played for hours of end. I live streamed a whole bunch of it, and I was thinking about how about Fallout 4. Fallout 4 could be a very good game. It's probably the same par graphics, a little bit better than Skyrim because Skyrim was older than Fallout 4, but I didn't see that much graphical change as much as you like it, unless you have a very good computer like I do. And basically with mods make everything beautiful and lumptuous and bootylicious. But the Fallout 4 will be probably a good addition to the port. I did really well with the Skyrim on the Switch, on the go, sitting with Fallout 4 would be probably one of the same things. Well, if you like those Bethesda's games, very good. We saw the Doom on the Switch. It was very good and nice and fluid. There are some patches here and there, but all Bethesda game has freaking patches, and it takes a while for them to fix it. That's why you have mods. I really like to see mods in my next one. Port mods. Let us actually get mods for Skyrim. Let us actually get mods for other games that actually accept mods. I heard that there would be GTA 5 on it. Plus, there was a mods for GTA 5. I wish, Nintendo will let us have mods. I don't want to pay for the mods, but it would be nice to have free mods on the Switch. But I don't think if you're having mods on the Switch, I think we'll have to actually pay for it like we do on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One as well. So port mods in. Please, Nintendo, let Bethesda port mods. Now also I gotta understand if the Switch can handle running Skyrim and having mods, depending on how many mods you get, and running it on Skyrim, because I don't want my Switch die just like that. One of the scariest things probably I'm going to be witnessing, crying because it's 300 freaking bucks just to buy a new one, plus tax, plus a memory card with it that costs more money as well. The next one, I think there's a lot of games I want to port, or like PlayStation and PS computer games as well. Well, I'd like them to port over it. Plus, I'd like them to remake a lot of it as well. The other one is Bloodborne, port over to Switch. If you're gonna have Dark Souls porting over to Switch, why not Bloodborne? It's basically a little bit higher graphics, but it's the same, not the same story, but the same combat system, I would say. Bloodborne, I have not beaten. I dabbled a little bit on it, but it looks very fun. The problem was that I was working at the time at the Air Force Base. Never had the time to actually indulge in it, but I will be indulging in it later on after we move. I have a list of games I'll be playing after I move. Just letting you know. But yes, port it over to the Switch. If you have Dark Souls as well, why not Bloodborne? Bloodborne will actually say one of the very good purpose as well. Not a lot of people play Bloodborne. It'd be probably kind of cool if you do with the Joy-Con, swing the sword and stuff like that. Do a whole bunch of stuff with the Joy-Con with a Bloodborne game, in my opinion. Bloodborne will be pretty good. There was a Monster Hunter game, although it's on the 3DS, that came to America. I would like them to have that on the Switch. I cannot find that game anywhere in the stores. I haven't checked Amazon yet, but RGT85 was talking about it. Please port that in as well. I don't think the Switch can handle this game at all. It's very high graphical and texture, and there's a lot of little things that'll make the frame rate drop. Let me see what games I have right here. Let's have games over here. Resident Evil 7, that's another good game. I haven't really beat, but I dabbled in. Got it from my wife. and she has a list of games that she needs to play too. Import for Resident Evil 7. Revelation did very good for the Switch. I actually beat 1 and 2 intensely. I think 7 would be a very good add-on to it as well. And I also put regular original Resident Evil, that's HD remake, Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just do not put 5 or 6. Those are the worst ones to play. I think 4, 5, and 6 was the worst one to play, but I did not like 5 and 6. I beat 0 to 6. Haven't beat 7 yet. Recently beat Revelation 1 and 2, but did not like 5 or 6. I was a huge Resident Evil fan until my wife's been playing Silent Hill, and I knew of Silent Hill, but I never indulged in it. I'm like, I think Silent Hill is a lot more better than Resident Evil. Well, shoot me. I do not really care. But other than that, those are my top, hopefully 10, but I don't think it's 10. Might be less than 10, like more than 10. Might be exact. I do not know. Anyhow, if you guys like this video, please thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys haven't. Hit the notification bell. And also leave a comment what kind of games you want to port onto the system. Well, anyhow, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you all later.